one person has won out of everybody that's...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop player. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic. In 9th place in the Eastern Conference, a playoff berth is not far away from them, but they won't be able to back into it. They'll have to grab it. Hey, my friends,
Yes.
you both played on teams that won multiple titles.
Yeah, there's 6 titles between the three of us.
I'm aware of that. What do you do down this final stretch?
Well, last-minute adjustments. Guys are coming back from injury, and you have to get them up to speed on the new nuances that your team is doing.
And you also want that home court advantage. The fans are very important. And you want to maintain the fear factor when teams play you. I want them scared, Ernie.
I want a last-minute adjustment. Could you give me a last-minute adjustment? Oh, ooh, wow, I feel like a new man.
You know what that's called?
What's that?
I'm not going to tell you.
A Shaq adjustment.
Nope.
What?
Chiropractic adjustment.
Oh, I'm so tired of sitting here with you.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Maybe the upper hand in this one. The Dallas Mavericks won the last matchup of the season against Orlando.
And how about the defensive adjustments in that one? Their communication was brilliant all night.
Yeah, I agree. And communication is effort, and effort is communication. Very talkative out there, yelling out screens, giving each other help. Boy, that was a terrific all-around effort.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Dallas, Doncic at the 3 and Dirk at the 4. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Brunson in at the 1. And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
Here's Nowitzki after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Here's Doncic, and it comes off the front of the rim. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. 4-point game. The pass to Fournier. No good from outside. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to Philadelphia.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you. And you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. That's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
Now here is Augustine. After Luka Doncic's miss. Shot clock at 6. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. A three-pointer, no good. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. To the middle, here's Doncic. And it's sent back by Isaac.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Fournier gets a wide open look. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Well, you can consider it automatic when Fournier gets some space to shoot from there.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Evan Fournier, the young player out of France, gives you a lot to work with on the offensive end.
Yeah, Fournier has become more of an initiator, a guy who sets things up offensively. He can take over the ball handling duties from time to time and takes good care of it. He squeezes that orange pretty well, and he looks really comfortable, more and more comfortable running the pick and roll.
Chance to check out stats for DJ Augustine. He's really producing here second half of the season, averaging 12 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Here's Brunson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Here's Augustine. Here's Vucevic. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Vucevic has got his second bucket. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Deflects the pass and stolen by Fournier. Up the floor. Count that one from Isaac.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to the Wizards. Brunson the pass to Doncic. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Nowitzki for 3. Dallas again missing. Here's Orlando now. They've got a 10-0 run going. Now here's Isaac. He's coming off a 16-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Look at Jonathan Isaac. He was drafted 6th overall in 2017 as a bit of a project. Had a growth spurt late, so he has a tall frame that still needs to fill out and get stronger. But he's got a lot of potential. Pretty skilled for a big guy. Great physical tools, but needs some refinement.
First one falls for him. And they feel down in Orlando, Clark, that Isaac has a lot of upside with his game.
And I concur with that, Kevin. I mean, this guy is long, he's athletic, he's got some versatility in his game, can put the ball on the floor. He could be comparable to a Giannis Antetokounmpo as he develops. Again, I don't like to always compare players one to another, but he's got that kind of look and potential about him.
This late in the season, Clark, the bumps and bruises really adding up. Guys are staggering a bit. Is any player really 100% health-wise now?
Well, you know what, Kevin? 100% healthy is relative. You know, I think you move that down to maybe 90% would be the high water mark for most players. You might have a few that would say they're 95% healthy, but if you've been playing and working and traveling and all the stuff the NBA guys do, then you could be 100% healthy, but you may not be 100% fresh. So those are ways to differentiate it for me. But everybody's got something at this stage in the season.
It's a good look at it. One of the strong points that the Orlando Magic team has is their balance.
Well, they've got a number of players, Kevin, that can go for double digits on any night. That's always nice. Good depth on this roster as well. And when you don't have an elite star or talent, these are the kind of things you look for in building your team.
And a moment now to see the stats for Powell. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. Third in three-point shooting, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And he's the type of three-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage. Nowitzki's shot is no good. Here's Orlando now. A nice run, going 12 in a row. And the shot is good. Isaac's got 8.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Outside Hardaway. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Passes it to Vucevic. Gordon kicks to Isaac. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 10.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Augustine passes to Isaac. To the inside. Gordon finds Vucevic. Powell with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Doncic, no good.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Inside, stolen by Gordon. Isaac with the ball. He's got 10. Pass to Augustine. He kicks it to Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Fournier. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks trailed by 14. And here's Doncic. He's coming off a 31-point game against Washington.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story. Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here is Hardaway. 17 points for him last game against Washington. Nowitzki kicks to Hardaway. Softly drops in the floater.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
Pass to Isaac. Gordon with it. Down low. Vucevic finds Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Now, here's Doncic. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Here's Isaac. High post Vucevic. Fournier against Hardaway. Takes the 13-footer. Fournier's shot is off.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here is Hardaway. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Now here is Augustine. Guarded close. Fournier's shot is off.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Charity stripe shot. Powell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game. And I think he's only going to get better down there.
Shoots from the elbow. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop and you're back in rhythm.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Fournier dishes to Gordon. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Outside Fournier. Fires from deep. No good that time. Good D by Hardaway. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Ball's knocked loose. One-on-one fast break. Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Shoots over Powell. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Augustine. Augustine's got 5 assists in the game. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
He's looking for Gordon and finds him, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
Now, here's Doncic. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Isaac, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
To the paint with the teardrop. Hardaway, no good.
And, you know, that's an easy one. You can't miss these shots. Those are makeable shots, especially when the defense isn't on its game.
Now, here's Fournier. He's coming off a 25-point game against Philadelphia. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Fournier's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And, you know, when it comes to carving up the defense, Fournier, very clever, especially in the pick and roll, where they don't have any idea what to do with it.
Now here is Hardaway. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. 8 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. And he can't bank that one in. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's the Magic up by 15. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. on the later stages of his career, Dirk Nowitzki talked about how special he feels marching his way up the all-time scoring leaderboard.
Makes you reflect, you know, milestones always make you reflect on everything. I've been really blessed.
And it's clear, GA, that Dirk still enjoys playing the game and training buckets in a variety of ways.
You can't deny his legacy. Arguably the best 7-foot shooter in the history of our game, which is why he's so high up on that leaderboard.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Grant is out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Ross in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Now, here's Vucevic. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
Burke with it, guarded by Augustine. Burke kicks to Kleba. From deep three-point range, that one doesn't go. And Orlando will come the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless, really getting beat up physically and emotionally.
Here's Finney Smith. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
No good from Grant. And talking about Carlisle's outside interests, one I know of, he's an excellent pianist.
And you know what? He is. And he's played with a well-known musician or two in concert. Also an avid pilot. This guy is a Renaissance man.
Lee finds Burke. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. Orlando leading by 19 points. Now Augustine, 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists.
Grant surveying the D. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Burke kicks to Lee. Here's Kleba. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right, Greg. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
The Magic making a switch here. Owundu's checked in. Mark, there was a rules change not too long ago that promoted more help defense, less one-on-one defense. Good or bad?
I like it. Again, there's always going to be a premium on defending one-on-one, but positioning defenders where you can help better and more, I think it's trying to make sure the offensive side doesn't get too much of an advantage where the rules had gone in the past. So I think it's a nice balancing act for the game.
So he makes one of two as the second one misses. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. 16 feet away. The Magic again can't hit. Mavericks trailed by 18. Here's Burke. Dallas again missing.
If you're a pro, you got to drain that shot. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. The defense left him wide open. Pros make those.
Now here is Augustine. Burke covering. Shoots from 12. Augustine, no luck.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Burke kicks to Kleba. Bangs home the trifecta. Kleba's got 4 this quarter.
And you know what? It's important for big men to be able to shoot from deep in today's game. And shot selection important. Good shot selection there.
Now here's Ross. No points in the game yet for him. And it's Vucevic missing. Augustine against Lee. Jackson in the corner. The pass to Burke. Lee against Augustine. Lee outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
A 1-2. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Mavs.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
He's checked in for Orlando. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Golden State. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And of course, Dallas. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
You know, right now, Dallas, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
No good from Grant.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Ross against Lee. Kicks it to Burke. Dallas again missing. Orlando leading by 14. Now here's Isaac. He's got 10. Here's Ross. Here's Vucevic. Pass to Ross. Tries yet again. It's rebounded by Dallas. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's get an update on Aaron Gordon. David Aldridge, what's the status?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Orlando let me know his status. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well, which is not what they need right now. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Orlando. 22 is their biggest lead.
You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
Orlando leading by 16. with the ball. Pass to Ross. Fires the three. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
And that's where Ross has been most efficient. Raining it off the catch. Love it.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaron Grant. That's his first foul. Fournier is checked in for Terrence Ross. Mavericks making a switch here. Here's Brunson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Now, here's Isaac. Not a lot of room. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a fourth referee. Clark, would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better and highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A fourth official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now. You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Boy, the hustle by Vucevic. I mean, showing real commitment and investment on the glass and finding ways to come up with second chance opportunities for his team. That's very impressive.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Boy, you look at the wingspan of Vucevic, and it covers a lot of territory. Not many defenders catch up to his release. And his mere presence on defense is disruptive.
Pass to Brunson. Misses off the left iron.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, here's Doncic. There's the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Brunson. Passes it to Finney-Smith. He feeds it to Doncic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got his second basket of the night.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big-time work. Really distracting him, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
Count that one. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Grant the pass to Fournier. 18 feet out. It's rebounded by Dallas. Finney-Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brunson. Over in the corner, Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. An easy 2 points on the layup. Doncic has got 8 points.
Well, I liked the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
Now, here's Grant. Outside Fournier. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks trailed by 18. And here is Doncic. 8 points for him. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Vucevic.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
Take a break.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Hardaway. The Magic making a switch here. One is no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
There's 10 seconds left here in the second. And so it's Orlando finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon. Aaron, you guys came out and played extremely well. What was the mindset in the first half?
We just tried to come out here, really stick to our principles, pick up the pace, and really be aggressive, and it turned out in a high-scoring half.
Just the way you want to play. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson. Jonathan Isaac was the man in the first. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Magic leading by 15. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Doncic at the 3 and Dirk at the 4. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Vucevic with the bucket.
Being that Vucevic is a high percentage shooter, especially from the post and mid-range, it's good to see him being aggressive. He's got to be shot hungry because of his high completion rate. So really taking control of the offense here.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
But they recover it. Fournier's shot is off. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
In that game against the Cavaliers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Clark, so many teams now looking to play with pace. When you think of the most fierce transition players that embrace that pace, who comes to mind?
Man, there are so many lethal operators in transition in the league. I mean, Victor Oladipo with my former team, the Indiana Pacers, really blossomed this past season. Kevin Durant, at his size, ball handling skills, agility, shooting ability. He's a nightmare coming at you in transition. Giannis Antetokounmpo, similar to KD without the jump shot currently. I'm sure that's coming. Russell Westbrook, how could you not list him? Because he is downhill all the time with strength and ferocity. And then in terms of snipers, you look at Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Those 2 guys know how to get to that three-point line in a hurry and hurt you.
5 on the clock, and it's blocked. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting. Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks. They've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Here's Doncic following the bucket by Orlando. Nowitzki takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Nowitzki's so good in the screen and roll. Excellent at setting a hard screen and then rolling to the open space.
Outside Fournier. A 3-ball. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Orlando leading by 16. Now Augustine, he provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Isaac. Shot clock at 6. Over Doncic. Here's Vucevic. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
And Vucevic is crafty, clever, close to the bucket.
Dallas calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Quickly check out the best young defenders, how they've been playing in the low post lately. Your rookie block leaders for the past month. 5th is Luka Doncic.
He's been a factor on the inside. An impressive stretch for him defensively.
Well, he's been slapping shots out of there all last month. I mean, he's building a reputation as a guy you don't want to challenge inside. His arrow is definitely pointing north.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here is Augustine. To the paint, Powell with the steal. It's stolen by Vucevic. Mavericks trail by 15. With the teardrop, and Hardaway with the lay-in. Hardaway has got 10 points.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's Vucevic, gets the 14-footer to fall. And the Magic lead by 15. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Nowitzki outside. Here's Doncic, and it's sent back by Isaac.
What a wingspan Isaac has. I mean, this guy is incredible at denying shots, and he loves to do it.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
The free throw drops for Vucevic. The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Mavericks trail by 16. It's Hardaway with the drive. Can't hit from in close.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Right wing. Here's Isaac. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 8th assist in the game. Here's Brunson. Here's Hardaway. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place.
And Jonathan Isaac, I'll tell you what, Kevin, when he's rolling, he's hard to stop.
Now, here's Doncic. He's covered closely.
And how about the numbers here for Hardaway? Putting up about 18 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
No good on the free throw. Evan Harris is checked in for Dallas. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And so here is Dallas after the Magic pick up 2. Augustine looking around. Vucevic up top, jacks up a 3. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 9 assists now tonight. Kicks to Doncic. Will it go? Vucevic with the rebound.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
The Magic have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Isaac.
Well, you look at Isaac, and all you think he needs to do is add some weight. He's got terrific skills and a promising future.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Harris looking it over. Feeds to Doncic. It doesn't go for him. And Orlando the other way now. Now here's Ross over Harris. Ross, that's good. Ross has got his second bucket tonight.
Feasting on the leftovers, eating big time. Ross stepping inside the arc and making it happen.
Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to Augustine. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Grant, he's checked in for Orlando. The Mavericks also with a sub. Kleba's checked in. Ross finds Vucevic. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Harris against Grant. The pass to Brunson. 6 to shoot. Here's Doncic. To end the drought, he takes it up and lays it in. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
I'm always appreciative of the aggressive mindset. Get it down in the paint and go to work with confidence.
Ross kicks to Vucevic. High arcing shot. No good from Ross.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Brunson, good.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Devin Harris is a long-time NBA guy, once a very speedy starting point guard. Now he's mostly a reserve and provides scoring and leadership. And those kind of guys bring great value to the roster.
And he gets it back. Here's Vucevic. Here's Isaac. And at last, they get one to fall. Isaac's got 25 points. Harris outside. The feed to Doncic. On the wing, Jackson. Dallas moving the ball around. Harris passes to Kleber. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
And Harris, now with 15 years of experience in the NBA, he's been able to adjust Clark his game to remain really competitive.
Yeah, you know what? That's not always easy when your game was predicated on great speed, which is what Harris used to have. He's extremely smart, though, and very good decision maker. And he never will be a 20-point per game scorer anymore, but he's still got a spot on the roster because of his experience and his savvy.
And Vucevic pulls it down. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 19-7 run. Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Tricky and crafty inside. Augustine has a unique ability to get tough shots over the defense.
Here's Kleber. Harris dishes to Doncic. Passes to Brunson. And it's Orlando with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Isaac. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 15. Shoots from the high post. And the jumper is good. Doncic has got 17.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Isaac kicks to Vucevic. That one goes in. Vucevic has got 12 points here in the second half.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Harris outside. Inside, Doncic. Count that bucket. Doncic has got 19 points.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Here's Ross. Whoa!
Hey, watch out now. Watch out. You know, Terrence Ross is a former dunk contest champion. Ross has major levitation time.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Runs in the pass to Kleba. Pass to Doncic. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Evan Fournier's checked in for Grant. The Mavericks also with the sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Justin Jackson. .27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Harris with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
Orlando's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Augustine. Kicks to Vucevic. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Magic out in front, running away with it. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Martin. He's out there with Frazier. And it's Birch in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. And there's the foul. It's on Jarrell Martin. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lee. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Count it.
The defense looking helpless here. Fournier is solid as going despite getting hit. Really strong playing through contact.
Now here's Lee. Nowitzki outside. And here is Lee. Back to Nowitzki. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. Fournier pulls it down. Fournier's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Birch. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Here's Lee following the bucket by Orlando. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Back to Frazier. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Burke covering. From deep. Measury with the rebound. Dallas shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Nowitzki finds Harris. Now Burke. Back to Harris. Pass to Burke. There's the 3. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got 5 assists in the game. Fournier passes to Frazier. To the paint, Martin. Here's Birch. He gets it in there.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Nowitzki kicks to Burke. Back to Nowitzki. Here's the pass to Mejri. And here is Burke. Nowitzki for three. Back to Burke from past the arc. It's hauled in by Frazier. Magic have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. That one, no good. Some solid D from Nowitzki. Down low, here's Mejri. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Now here's Fournier. Passes it to Birch. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Teams of the past would often pound the offensive glass, Clark. I think of the '84 Celtics, but now teams are running only one, maybe 2 guys to the offensive boards.
I think a big part of it is transition defense is so important that teams now don't send as many people to the offensive glass. But the flip side of that is if you get offensive rebounds, you get opportunities to score, and you can thwart transition chances. So I tilt towards trying to get to the offensive glass as long as you've got a couple of guys that are really good at it.
And the Magic making a change here. Owundu's checked in. He's off on the second.
You think of all the iconic players and the shots or moves associated with them. Hard to top Dirk in his one-legged fadeaway. I mean, it's one of the most unorthodox and most effective shots. And the fact that he's a 7-footer and does it that way, unique.
Defended by Nowitzki. Martin for 3, drains the three-pointer.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And here we go with the Magic fast break. Pull up Jay. And he can't bank that one in. Dallas has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Burke. Inside, Mejri. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Pass to Birch. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, increase in pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition.
Shooting 2.
What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of them. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that. And for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love it.
He hits the second from the line. The Maverick shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. Burke kicks to Lee. Now Burke. Back to Lee. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. The rebound by Owundu.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Takes the 13-footer. Nice D from Nowitzki.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
Tries again. It's deflected. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Now here's Burke. That's good from Harris on the assist by Burke. Burke's got 4 assists now tonight.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Burke covering. Clark we know of your involvement with college basketball, calling the Final Four. College teams occasionally change conferences. Here in the NBA, there's talk of eliminating conferences altogether.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a traditionalist here. I'm open to change, but I think there would need to be more rationale behind the change than what I've heard or read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for now.
I like that thought. Here are the Magic now after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Kicks to Martin. Pass to Frazier. No good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Now the pass to Burke. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
At the line, shooting 2. Melvin Frazier.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Hard fast break fundamentals. Center the ball. Run 2 wings on each side. Have another guy set up from outside. Last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin. And I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the 3 when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the 3 in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
See a lot of turnovers, too. A lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the 3 instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Orlando. Buries it from 3-point range.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Birch. Mejri with the rebound. Mejri's got 5 rebounds tonight. Ross against Harris. Ross grabs the board. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Awandu kicks to Birch. Ross against Nowitzki. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Martin. The shot from the low post is good. Martin's got 5 points now this quarter. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Dallas. He played for a small market team in Indianapolis, so difficult now for them to retain all-star level talent, or so it would seem.
Yeah, that's always been the case, Kevin, and I don't think that's changed much. You know, KD goes from Oklahoma City to the Bay Area. Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward go from small markets to Boston, although Kyrie was traded. Gordon Hayward was signed as a free agent. I think it's just one of those inherent issues that will continue to be a challenge for some of the small market teams. That's why the draft and developing drafted players for those teams is so critically important.
And so it's Dallas with it, following the bucket by Orlando. Nowitzki outside. Mejri finds Burke. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Mavericks ball. Checking in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic. Jalen Brunson.
.156 left here in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 3. Here's Brunson. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Ross has got 4 rebounds in this game. Grant with the ball. Passes it to Ross. Here's a 1-2, guarded by Harris. Here's a 1-2. No good with the triple.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Magic.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. And it can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. And Harris drops them both. Clark, when you were playing to complement your inside game, you had that wonderful mid-range jumper, but more and more, players are going away from it.
I think it's all driven by analytics, Kevin. I mean, everything is about the three-point shot, efficiency of your possessions, go for 3 when you can or get it to the rim. And that makes sense from a mathematical standpoint. From a game standpoint, though, if a quality shot is a mid-range shot for a good shooter, I think you should take them all the time. I mean, that would just be my posture. So I differ with the analytics. I understand what they say. But if I was coaching, guys get a good mid-range jumper from a quality shooter, we're shooting it every time.
Brunson, good.
Well, that was Dirk Nowitzki getting in the way of the defense right there. Well done.
And here's Augustine. Grant outside. Birch kicks to Augustine. And Morton now top of the key. 5 to shoot. The 11-footer, no good from Grant. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded by Ross. Pass to Doncic. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Nick, great win tonight. Good performance by you. How surprising is it that you contributed to the game in so many ways?
I mean, I wouldn't say it surprised me. I always knew I could play at this level, but I just play hard. Just play hard and get things happen. I don't try to force anything. I just let the game come to me, and I play hard. Rebounds. Like I said, it's a lot about effort. That's what I can do every night. And points are gonna come some nights. Sometimes they won't. But I just take what I get and just keep playing.
Well, you did it all over the floor tonight, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop player. American Airlines Arena, the place, and the Miami Heat will be on their home floor as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Looking at the last game for Cleveland, it was a loss to the Nets. That game was high scoring. Tonight, they'll need to be better defensively. Closing out the season now, Kenny, a topic that's always under debate. How important is momentum heading into the playoffs?
Well, younger teams, it helps their confidence. You know, and veteran teams, sometimes they can just turn it on when it matters.
This is what I call basketball math. Some clubs choose health over momentum, but all other things being equal, momentum matters. It's like E equals MC squared.
That's what I was
almost
like,
exactly like that.
Yeah, and the Pythagorean theory.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
So A equals C.
No, A is greater than C.
C is greater than A.
That might be true.
I didn't think there was going to be math. Here's Kevin Harlan.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida, as the Heat look to work the home court advantage. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enavia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. For the Cavaliers, this is the last game before heading back to Cleveland. In second to last place in the East, nothing's come easy for them this season.
And a frustrating matchup. I mean, they've lost 3 straight to this group. They'll have to summon maximum energy and passion if they're going to salvage a win on the season series.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, it's hard to remember now, but Kevin Love didn't enter the league as a three-point shooter. Yet it's become a cornerstone of his game. The coaches have told him if you're a big man and you can shoot it out there, you're a valuable commodity. Kevin, he has listened, and he is indeed valuable.
Well, in this game today, it's all about court spacing, D.A. Thanks for the report. Tonight, Smitty, 2 teams, same conference, rivalry game. Tensions could be hot.
First of all, Kevin, I'm fired up. The fans are going to be fired up. The players. This is not one of those normal games. The tensions are going to be high. I think this is going to be very physical.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Look at Cleveland's starting group. The forwards are Osman and Love. Brandon Knight is out there with Sexton. And it's Nance in at the 5.
We're going to see a lot of this from Winslow in the coming years. Explosive young talent.
Outside Knight. Love outside. Sexton kicks to Osman. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. Out of hand on it. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Olynyk. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Kelly Olynyk comes from a basketball family in Canada. His mom was a scorekeeper for the Raptors. His dad coached at Toronto University and actually cut Steve Nash from the junior national team. Wow.
And that one falls for Olynyk. Now with Kelly Olynyk, one of those kids who played guard but hit a big growth spurt in high school. Next thing you know, Smitty, he's a 7-footer with perimeter skills.
And he's not bad, Kevin, inside as well. He can score at all 3 levels.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Knight against Waiters. Stolen by Waiters. And now just over a minute played here in the first. In the corner, Winslow with it. He kicks to Olynyk. Clock at 6. Richardson against Love. Richardson, no luck. Now Here's Sexton. Covered by Winslow. Knight wide open. Offline with his three. To the middle. Here's Richardson. Banked in off the glass.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Love can't hit. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Waiters, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Brandon Knight.
Dion Waiters should be a great free throw shooter. He has high arc, good touch, maybe just lack of focus at times.
Well, Dion Waiters, one of those irrational confidence players. He can get his shot anytime, and he's never shy about it.
You're right. That can rub off on a team in a good and in a bad way. The confidence part is good, and at the same time, you want efficient offense, passing up good shots for great shots.
And the first one drops. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Sexton kicks to Love. Four on the clock. It's deflected. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Good on the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Sexton the pass to Nance. Kicks it to Knight. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The Heat in 5th.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
Now here's Waiters. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game from 12 feet out. And it's Osman with the rebound. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Charlotte. Halt the run, and Knight lays it in.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
Passes it to Richardson. Here's Adebayo. And the pass to Waiters. Knight against Winslow. Miami needs to get a shot off. Waiters no luck. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Here's Knight. Nance outside. Pass to Sexton. Bangs home the trifecta. Sexton's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Olynyk finds Richardson. Waiters outside. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by the Heat.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
The Heat leading by 4. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Heat. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, the Cavaliers. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for the Cavaliers, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
Well, Eric Spoelstra working his way up through the Heat organization, and I hear eventually interested in moving into the front office someday.
And I would say it will be with the Miami Heat, a very loyal, close-knit organization. His dedication and commitment, second to none.
Check out the stats for Richardson. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
There's Winslow. That's tipped. To the inside. Sexton dishes to Nance. Knight for 3. Rebound by Olynyk.
Well, this whole period for him has been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
On the wing, Winslow. To end the drought. And again, it's the Heat missing. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Nets. Now, here's Sexton, covered by Winslow, and the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Too aggressive to start this game. That's already a couple fouls already in the first.
Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Richardson. And here are the Cavaliers now, trailing by 4. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
One shot.
Well, Heat fans, not the league's loudest, but they do show up.
They sell out the arena every night. They love their team, and it's a great place to play.
Misses off the right iron.
And the team has gotten it done here in spite of his performance. Still 0 from the field. You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
Steve, there's plenty of discussion that the NBA has become less physical and more over-officiated. What's your opinion on letting guys play a little bit more?
You know, I think, Kevin, is freedom of movement, and I think when you took out hand checking and obviously arm bar checking and down in the post, it's hard to guard some of these fantastic players with their skill set and obviously with their athleticism. A guy dribbling at you at 100 miles per hour, how do you get your balance without touching him? And I think that's where you start to see a lot of the fouls called. And a lot of fans are looking back in the day saying, oh, that wasn't a foul, but I think under the rules, the referees have to call these plays because there's no hand checking.
And both free throws good for Waiters. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And here's Sexton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Clock at 4. Shoots the 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Waiters on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Waiters got 6 points.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
Pass to Osman. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And that's an area that Sexton must keep working on. The more he passes, the better his team looks.
Passes it to Waiters. And it's off from 3-point range.
Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they hold the lead.
Wade kicks to Winslow. Hits it from 3-point range. Winslow's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you know, defensively, that's what they're trying to do to Winslow. Turn him into a jump shooter, and he made them pay.
The pass to Love. And Sexton has it in the corner. Shoots over Winslow. Can't hit that one. And it's Miami the other way. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course, went on to win it.
They forced the issue and made the defense hack them to death last game. I'm sure they'll try to mirror that same attack in this one. This is why you like to get him touches. He makes things happen.
Miami leading by 5. Pass to Olynyk. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And really the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Up against Olynyk. Now Sexton. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. And it's good for 2.
Great job scanning the floor by Kevin Love, using his vision to find the open man.
Waiters with the ball. 6 points for him. On the wing, Winslow. Over Love. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Osman, the pass to Sexton. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Up against Winslow. He feeds it to Olynyk. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Olynyk's got 6 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Clarkson. And that one is stuffed right through.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Now here's Waiters. Good on the shot. Wade's got his first basket of the night.
Wade is 6'4", but when he gets it down by the rim, he might as well be 7 feet. There's just no stopping him.
Love kicks to Nance. This is to Sexton. Love right side. Off target from outside.
The defense fortunate there. He's a guy you hate to leave wide open.
A nice shot by Winslow.
With Winslow, physical play doesn't necessarily take him out of his rhythm.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. 9-point game. Passes to Sexton. Over Winslow. And a little luck that time, but it drops. That's 7 points for Colin Sexton.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
Now here's Waiters. He's got 6. The pass to Wade. Shoots over Clarkson. That's good from Wade on the assist by Waiters. Waiters got 3 assists tonight. And that does it for the first quarter. Heat lead by 9. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Dwayne Wade talked about the potential of this team as well as the challenges they face this season.
If we understand our potential, can develop to be a great team in this season. But that's the hardest part, is understanding your potential when you have guys who's never been through it, as a collective group. So that's the biggest challenge, is to understand, okay, we're good, guys. We can win some games, but can we get to the next level of being great?
That's the veteran mindset a player like Wade brings to the group.
Exactly. I mean, he's fully aware of the importance of experience, a true leader for his team.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Cleveland, the forwards are Osman and Love. Sexton is out there with Clarkson, and it's Nance in at center. The shot by Sexton, no good.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack, but a quick reaction by the defense.
Well, Greg, we know that Kevin Love is a great passer, but just how much more does that open up for his team?
I mean, his outlets get the team up and moving in terms of transition faster than probably anyone else could. It's very hard to double Love with the ball, as his awareness and that passing that you mentioned immediately will find the open man. And Love's passing alone is probably worth about 10 extra points a game for his team.
Now here's Richardson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. And with this chance, we can show you the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Those are the season's top shot blocking teams. The Heat in fifth.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And Nance slams it in.
And I like that play. Nance on the roll, great athleticism, tough to defend.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hammock. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. Here's Clarkson. Last game out, he had 14. Out to Nance. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Dellavedova. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passed away. From down in the low post, it goes. Wade's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
If you let Wade get the ball that deep, there really isn't anything you can do.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Love. He kicks to Dellavedova. To the paint and stolen by Whiteside. To the middle. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Richardson. And it's an 11-point Heat lead.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but the guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Josh Richardson, a great story for the Miami Heat. A diamond in the rough. Taken with the 40th pick in the 2015 draft, he's become a cornerstone.
look at Kelly Olynyk, some numbers on him. He's been a factor for them over the last month. Second in free throw percentage, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And you never see him get nervous when he steps to the line. That's why he's second in the league in free throw percentage. And Cleveland with another turnover here. Smitty, with his impressive development, the Heat rewarded Richardson with a 4-year, $42 million contract in the summer of 2017.
A really good value for a full-time starter.
Now, here's Wade. Six to shoot. Kicks it to Olynyk. Shoots over Clarkson. Olynyk can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Oh, Nance in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Richardson's got 5 now.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on him.
Here's Clarkson. It's hauled in by the Heat. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Especially on the road. You're hoping for any extra contributions. But for a couple of stretches, there, the backups control the game.
Now, here's Wade. 8 points his last outing. Rebounded by Clarkson. Pass to Dellavedova. He kicks to Nance. Clarkson against Wade. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play. And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And with Clarkson as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
And there's the pass to Dellavedova. Here's Nwaba. Richardson cover. Here's Nwaba. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound.
Olynyk can't hit. Here's Nwaba. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Dellavedova finds Nance. Clarkson against Olynyk. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Cavaliers making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Sunday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And that matchup against the Hornets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's Stauskas, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Dellavedova is scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. Over Richardson. And another miss by Cleveland.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Stolen by Dellavedova. Here's Stauskas. Wade is covering. Stauskas, the pass to Dellavedova. Back to Stauskas. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Whiteside.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Back to Wade. Got a hand on it. Now Cleveland moving it up. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. The Heat leading by 7. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. To the paint. Here's Olynyk. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
But you have to give them credit for being aggressive. The problem is they played too much hero ball. You have to be willing to make the extra pass.
And good that time. Love's got his second basket of the game.
Second chance opportunities. Love with the great instincts beats everyone to the ball.
For 3, Olynyk, and again Miami with the triple.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
You know, watching Kevin Love, he's really got a ton of tools at his disposal offensively. We know he can shoot it. We know he can post it, but his off-ball movement has also improved. Love has molded himself into a dynamic scorer.
Change here. Winslow's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Cedi Osman, he's checked in for David Nwaba. And it's Sexton in for Matthew Dellavedova. Now here's Sexton. He's guarded closely. Pass to Osman. Oh, Nance in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And I'll tell you, Nance can score. He rebounds it, has the versatility to switch 1 through 5, does a lot for this team.
Right side, good. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Feeds it to Sexton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Olynyk. And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. We talk a lot about making plays at the rim and hitting threes, but the mid-range game is still alive, Steve, and it's playing well with some players.
I love it because it's coming back. The guy I come to mind to think of, first of all, is DeMar DeRozan. I think the king of the mid-range. C.J. McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, LaMarcus Aldridge. Chris Paul, for a point guard, does a nice job.
Chris Paul, right.
Knocking down the mid-range game. I love the three-point shot, but I think the mid-range game is starting to come back. Pump fake, 1 dribble, and knock it down.
Now, here's Wade. He's got 8. Now, here's Sexton. Pass to Osman. The feed now to Love. Here's Stauskas. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Wade outside. There's Winslow. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Justice Winslow won a national title at Duke University. The 10th overall pick in 2015. He's a lockdown defender who can guard all 5 positions.
For Miami, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And the first one at the line is good. And back in 2015, Winslow the top vote getter for being the steal of the draft, but offensive struggles have held him back somewhat.
Still gaining confidence in his outside shot. But what he can do, he can handle, he can pass, and he's a great cutter. They're still confident he can put it all together.
That one is no good.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015, Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
Here's Stauskas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Dwayne Wade. For Cleveland, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Stauskas.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And both free throws good for Stauskas.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Winslow kicks to Olynyk. Over Chris. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Olynyk's got 13 points. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Sexton the pass to Osman. 1:14 left in the first half. Here's Stauskas. Richardson covering. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. It's stolen by Wade. Winslow finds Olynyk. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Osman. He's got 5. Down low. It's tipped. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
The Heat making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. Now here's Sexton. He's got 9. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Winslow. Misses the step-back jump shot.
And tonight he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Nice read by Dwayne Wade. Beautiful.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. And here's Sexton. Passes it to Chris. Now Sexton. Shoots over Winslow. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 11.
Just a creative ball handler. Sexton does a really good job with his change of speeds and direction, keeping the defender off balance.
And so it's the Miami Heat. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. How do you guys get back in this game after the first half?
make shots. I mean, we're getting good ones. I don't know what it is. We had the day off. We need to get our legs under us in the second half, come out, go on a big run like we usually do, and we'll be fine.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks a lot, Kevin. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. It was all about Miami as the game got going. They staged a good old-fashioned ambush, going on an aggressive 9-0 run at the start. They were able to string together a nice set of offensive plays to finish the quarter, making their last 4 shots. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping those turnovers down. That's the big factor.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
A shot of American Airlines Arena in the lights of Miami, Florida. Welcome back, everyone, to the action here. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Without question, Kelly Olynyk displaying his skills today.
I'll tell you, the scoring he gave them in the first half really made the difference.
Credit his teammates recognizing the hot hand.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Olynyk is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Winslow in at the point. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Now the pass to Osman. Oh, Nance in position. Rebound by the Heat. Olynyk's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Waiters. And that one is off. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Waiters against Knight. Kicks it to Sexton. Pass to Love. Good on the triple. Love's got it back down to single digits for the Cavs.
As the entire league becomes more reliant on the 3-ball, so does Kevin Love. It's now become second nature for him.
Now here's Winslow. Olynyk inside. He's guarded by Love. Olynyk can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Sexton kicks to Knight. Cleveland moving it around. A 3-pointer off the mark. Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from 3-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Waiters dishes to Richardson. Pass to Olynyk. Winslow with it. 6 to shoot. Over Love. That one off the back iron and out.
A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
And it's Osman missing.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Passes it to Olynyk. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And he is pouring it on here offensively. Olynyk looks to be warmed up.
Sexton the pass tonight. Here's Osman. He's guarded by Waiters. Here's Osman. He's got 5. Over Richardson. That one wide left.
terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
On the wing, Winslow. Waiters outside. Overnight. Waiters no luck.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Puts it up from 7, and Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Knight, and it's 9 points for Love.
If your goal is to create a high percentage look, get it to Love in the painted area. From there, he'll usually make the right decision.
Now here's Winslow. He's got 8, and Sexton over to help. And the basket by Olynyk.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Smitty, looking back in your career, what's the most pressure you've felt in a game?
You know, I think the most pressure, you love to be in those games. I think that's when you strive. I think the most pressure I ever felt, and it wasn't a playoff game, Kevin, or a championship game. It was that very first game as a rookie. Because that game you had nothing to compare to, and it was everything you dreamed about. And that first game, you were finally saying, for me, I couldn't get it out of my head. This is my first NBA game. So I think that was the most pressure game I've ever played in.
Here at some numbers for Dion Waiters. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 13 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Knight for 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Knight's got his second basket of the night.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Waiters against Knight. And Waiters, here we go. No good that time. Nance with some nice D. The Cavaliers trail by 7. And there's the pass to Osman. Knight. Waiters grabs the miss. Waiters got 4 rebounds now tonight. No one near him. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Waiters got 8 points.
Right in rhythm, Waiters tends to be most efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Is on Colin Sexton. The Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Rodney McGruder's checked in for the Heat. David Nwaba is checked in for the Cavaliers. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Sexton. And he makes both free throws. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 11. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the players on your screen now have been experts with the ball in their hands for the last 10 games, leading the small forward position in assists. Well, you look at Richardson, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
Teams benefit so much from having these guys at the small forward position that can pass. It's like having 2 point guards on the floor.
First free throw is good.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pass to Richardson. Lays it up and banks it in. Richardson's got his third basket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Clarkson finds Love. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's his third foul of the game. When it comes to flagrant fouls, do you think that the difference, Steve, between flagrant 1 and flagrant 2 is being called correctly for the most part?
I do, Kevin. I think we always have gray areas, and when you start to look at rules, but for the most part, I think they're getting the flagrant 1 and the flagrant 2. I think they're getting it right.
Dellavedova kicks to Love. Pass to Osman. And here is Dellavedova. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Just 5 on the clock. Releases. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
He likes to work that in-between area. Upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
Down low. Miami again turning it over.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 6th in free throw percentage. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. So Larry Drew is going to talk to his team right here. Timeout taken.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
So it's Cleveland with it. It's a 10-point game. Clarkson surveying the floor. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Clarkson's got 10.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
Winslow kicks to Adebayo. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 6. There's Winslow. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Clarkson. It's hauled in by Richardson. The Heat leading by 8. There's Winslow. A beautiful reverse layup. He's got 12.
Gorgeous reverse. Terrific body control in traffic.
Now here is Dellavedova. Covered by Winslow. Up against Richardson. Love kicks to Dellavedova. Here's Clarkson. Rebound by the Heat. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Richardson. In the corner, Winslow with it. That 3 off the mark.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting 1 in the first.
Dellavedova, the pass to Love. With the floater, and with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Clarkson.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Here's Richardson, and the Heat get another bucket right there. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Here's Osman. He's got 5. Miami grabs the miss. Olynyk's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Richardson finds Winslow. Inside. Adebayo passes to Winslow. Shot clock at 5. The 3. That shot, no good. And Cleveland the other way now.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Easier to go strong to the hoop, but I tell you what, when you feel it, take it from deep.
Now here's Winslow. He's got 12. Richardson kicks to Adebayo. Over Love. Rebounded by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Well, Steve Bam Adebayo out of Kentucky adapting quickly to the NBA game.
He's been a sponge, Kevin. Plays the game with an infectious energy. He's a keeper.
Back to Clarkson. From downtown. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Richardson the pass to Winslow. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Richardson no luck. The Cavaliers trail by 7 to the middle. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The Cavaliers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Winslow. Chris, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. .133 left in the third. The Heat leading by 4. Richardson kicks to Wade. Over to the wing. Here's Magruder. Miami no good on that time either. And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Wade against Clarkson. Chris buries the long-range jumper. Chris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The shot by Wade, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Osman. 5 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Clarkson against Olynyk. The shot by Clarkson, no good. The Heat with the lead. Inside, got a piece of it. Richardson with it. He's got 9. Back to Wade. Shoots over Clarkson. Can't connect from 13 feet out. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Heat. They lead by 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
intense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So on the floor for Cleveland. Hands out there with Chris. Then there's Sexton. And it's Stauskas in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Waiters. Drills the baseline jumper. Waiters got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Miami. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Sexton kicks to Osman. And there's the pass to Chris. Offensive rebound. The open look here for Sexton. And it's all evened up.
Good to see Sexton knock it down. A shot he needs to add to his arsenal.
Now here's Richardson. And here is Waiters. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Even in close to the hoop. That's a tough one to drain when the defense is that stifling.
Sexton kicks to Stauskas. On the wing, Nance. Pass to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Osman over Waiters. And it's Osman missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Shot's good by Waiters.
Having Waiters on the floor, he gives you versatility in the scoring department.
Now here's Sexton. Top of the key, Chris. Pass to Osman. Over Waiters. And it's Osman missing.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
Waiters no luck. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Osman kicks to Sexton. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Brandon Knight's checked in for Cleveland. Cleveland moving the ball around. Got a piece of it. Clock at 6. Back to Stauskas. Here's Nance. And the shot falls short this time.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
So many of Whiteside's points, they come on dunks.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Knight finds Chris. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Uh-oh, he misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Waiters.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Sexton the pass to Chris. Nance outside. He dishes it to Sexton. Back to Nance. Passes it to Chris. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Well, Heat leading by 4. Wade dishes to Whiteside. Wade kicks to Richardson. Out to the wing. Whiteside with it. He's picked up by Nance. From 10 feet out. Whiteside, no good. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. gets back iron. The Heat have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. From down low. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist from Dion Waiters. Waiters got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Sexton kicks to Chris. To the middle. And Chris throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Wade. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Knight. Here's Sexton. An easy 2 points on the layup. Now just a 2-point Heat lead.
And the muscle of Sexton, outstanding at just working through the contact and finding a way to finish.
Olynyk finds Wade. Now here's Whiteside. He's guarded by Knight. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. It's going to be Whiteside shooting. That one on Nance.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract break from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Whiteside. It's intercepted. Here's Waiters. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Sexton the pass tonight. Now Sexton. Back tonight. He tries for 3. Drills it from outside.
Here we go. His second made from beyond the arc in the second half after having no such luck in the first.
And Waiters kicks to Adebayo. Winslow with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Richardson the pass to Adebayo. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Heat lead by 4.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
Now here's Richardson. Waiters outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Olynyk. The rebound by Nance. Nance has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. To the inside. Here's Love. Back to Nance. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for Stauskas. Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. Just 4 to shoot. To tie it up, here's Love. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Winslow with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Winslow kicks to Olynyk. Over Love. Olynyk can't hit.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Sexton the pass to Osman. Now Love. Covered by Winslow. Love dishes to Knight. Here's Sexton. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Waiters. Dish now to Olynyk. up against Winslow. To the inside, Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Sexton kicks to Love. Dishes to Sexton. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Heat making a change here. Wade's checked in. Love finds Nance. Here's Osman. Richardson cover. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Love, no luck.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Wade for 3. They get it back. Can't hit from in close.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Sexton with it. He kicks it to Knight. There's the pass to Sexton. Shoots over Winslow. That one wide left.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Using that solid frame inside, Winslow draws the foul.
2 shots.
And that one misses. That's off as well, so he misses both. Crucial possession with time ticking down.
Yeah, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
And that one's good. Osman. And so here is Miami, trailing by 2. And stolen by Sexton. To the inside, Nance. And Nance slams it in.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Winslow, the pass to Wade. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. On the line, that one good for 2. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Has there ever been a more cold-blooded finisher than Dwayne Wade? The bigger the moment, the better he is.
It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Here is Love. Kicks to Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up. And it's Miami with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Wade. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Knight. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Now here's Richardson. Inside. It's tipped.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Colin Sexton.
It's a take-charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Brandon Knight. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
I remember back at the Combine, teams were worried about Kevin Love's athleticism. Then he went out and surprised everyone and ended up getting drafted 5th overall.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 2. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Called by Miami. They trail by 2. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. On D. The lead is 2. The turnaround Jay, no good from Wade.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Ever so close. Needed that one to go down.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And that's one of those guys who just tends to live at the line. Sexton's working hard to improve his consistency there. 2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots. And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. They need a quick score and a foul just to have a chance.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
substitute. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Fires from deep. It's good.
Justice Winslow does not shrink in the face of the big moment.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much here with Kevin Love, and it sure seemed like you wanted to be aggressive in the low post tonight.
Yeah, I had a little talking to before the game. Wanted to get in the post a little bit more, get my feet in the paint, just get more intentional down there and try to get to the lane, get to the foul line, which I did tonight.
And it lets you get your defense set up as well. Thanks, Kevin. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long.
Accommodate whatever cooler I want to put in there, and especially a liquid cooler at the